Greetings, fellow Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we're in the state of Pennsylvania. We're currently in the town of Johnstown. Today we're going to be doing a virtual tour of the Johnstown downtown area and one of its surrounding neighborhoods. The first portion of the tour we'll dedicate to downtown. For the second part of the tour, we're going to visit a neighborhood called Moxham. Right now we're in downtown Johnstown, Pennsylvania, currently at Washington Street, the intersection of Johns Street and Washington Street. It is 85 degrees right now. We have cloudy skies. Johnstown is the largest city in Cambria County, Pennsylvania, United States. The population was 18,411 people as of the 2020 United States Census. Check out that large clock in front of the building on my left-hand side. It looks like we have a sports stadium on our right-hand side called Sargent's Stadium. On our left, we have what appears to be a Ford dealership. We have a lot of vegetation in the background. You can see a sign that reads downtown, pointing left. We're gonna make a left-hand turn on Roosevelt Boulevard. We're gonna yield at this yellow, stop at this red, and we're gonna allow traffic to proceed. Johnstown is located 57 miles east of Pittsburgh. It is the principal city of the Johnstown metropolitan area, which is located in Cambria County, and had 133,472 residents in 2020. What is Johnstown best known for? It is known for a famous tragedy, the bursting of a dam in 1889. The resulting Johnstown flood took thousands of lives and created unprecedented media frenzy. The Johnstown Flood Museum commemorates the disaster, an award-winning documentary that tells the story of the heartbreaking tale in great detail. On our right-hand side, we have a sign that reads Rolling Mill Mine Disaster. I see an inclined plane auto entrance. On our right-hand side, I don't think you guys can make it out. Maybe when we go around the block, you guys will be able to see better. But it looks like we are passing what appears to be a cable car. I'm uncertain if it would be categorized as a cable car or one of those funicular cars. It's like a tram rail car that lifts you up a mountain. On our right-hand side is a mountain. We're gonna make this left-hand turn. If we keep on going forward, we will get on the highway. We do not want to get on the highway. So I'm gonna make this left-hand turn. We have the conference center on our left-hand side. We're going through Veterans Way. On our right-hand side, we have the First Summit Arena. Cambria County War Memorial is also located here also. On my right-hand side. We're passing Market Street. We're driving up Napoleon Street. We have a local, what looks to be like a mom and pop private garage on our right-hand side. On our left, we got Life Point Health Business Services. Looks like a medical institution. We're passing DaVita Kidney Care on our right-hand side. Passing Somerset. We're gonna make this left-hand turn coming up on Haynes Street. On our right, we have an Econo Lodge. Looks like a low-budget motel. We have a Sheetz gas station on our left-hand side. Regular fuel is going for $3.56 per gallon. We're gonna make this left on Haynes. We have a McDonald's directly in front of us. The Sheetz is a gas station and Quickie Mart. It will be comparable to like a Wawa or a 7-Eleven, depending on where you're located. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn on Franklin. Right now we're on the outskirts of the downtown area. We're next to a pizza deli. They have a deal going on, hot sausage, sandwich, and soda for $4.50. All right, we have a green light. We're gonna continue moving forward. We're gonna make this left-hand turn on Franklin Street. We're passing the YMCA on my right-hand side. All right, we're now passing Kanama Medical Park on our left. They do plastic surgery and a variety of other medical services there. We're about to enter this bridge, which looks fairly nice. It's well painted. City of Johnstown Firefighters Memorial Bridge. We're going over a canal. It looks like a riverway, some sort of sewage system. The bridge appears to be very well kept, painted nicely. We're at the intersection of Franklin and Vine Street. Franklin and Vine. I can go left or I can go straight. I'm gonna go straight. Passing Ameriserve Bank on our left. This is downtown, so this is what it would consist of as far as commercial and business. It looks like a little bit industrial also from afar. We have Downtown Yogurt on our right, the Grindhouse on our right. A sign on our left-hand side reads Downtown Farmers Market. There's a park on our left-hand side. We're passing Main Street. We have American Eagle screen print and embroidery on our right. The Sweet Spot Eatery on our right-hand side. A business called Your Plant-Based Journey coming soon. Passing Franklin Street Church. We're passing Locust Street. We have Cambria County Central Park Complex on our left and the United States Post Office on our right. Stonebridge Brewing on our left and Craft Modern Kitchen on our left. Directly in front of us, it looks like we have Gutierrez Hot Rolled Bar and Plate Mills. It looks like a giant industrial complex connected to a railroad. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn on Washington Street. We have railroad cars on my right-hand side. It looks like we also have a ton of police vehicles. That's because we're approaching what looks to be like their police station on our right-hand side. We have some military vehicles on our left, K9 support, a Hummer. There's 2, 3, 4 Hummers. You can't see them, they're off shot. Public safety building on our right. We're passing Market Street. We have La Puertas Flower on our left. Looks like a flower shop. Social Security Administration on our left. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn right here. We're coming full circle. We have the Johnstown Flood Museum right here on my left-hand side. On Walnut Street, we're gonna make this left on Walnut. We have a little sculpture on my right, little metal sculpture. Passing ACRP Walnut Plaza on our left. Now we're passing Locust Street. Looks like we have some people outside chatting, probably during lunch break or something like that. Okay, we are at Main Street. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn on Main Street. On our right-hand side, it looks like we have a lot of book-related titles. That looks to be like a library on my right-hand side. The art is related to books. Kanama Memorial Medical Center on our right. We have another medical campus on our right. True Leave Johnstown on our left. Johnstown City Hall is on our left-hand side. We're coming up to the building right now. 3, 2, 1. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make this left-hand turn just so that you guys can get a better look at what City Hall looks like. That's this building right here in the corner. Looks fairly nice, nice looking building. They got Celestial Brides across the street. So I'm assuming dresses and stuff for weddings. Galina's Pizza on our left, Valley Vision Care on our left, George's Song Shop on our left, Universal Cellular Tech on our left, Blaine Boring Chocolates on our right hand side. If you want some boring chocolate, stop by Blaine's. They make candy and all that stuff. Beginnings Inc. on our right, Coins Bought and Sold Fine Jewelry on our left, John Paul Sarosi Incorporated. It looks like we're back at the police station. Directly in front of us is the police station, and you'll see the police cars on our right. So Johnstown was settled in 1770. The city has experienced 3 major floods in its history. The Johnstown flood of May 31st, 1889 occurred after the South Fork Dam collapsed 14.1 miles upstream from the city during heavy rains. At least 2,209 people passed away as a result of the flood and the subsequent fire that raged through the debris. Wow. 3 floods, ladies and gentlemen. Now, on our right-hand side, we're coming up to what looks to be like a large mural. Make note that the creator, and I guess you can say the godfather of Spiderman, is from Johnstown. Steve Ditko. Johnstown, home of co-creator of Spider-Man, Steve Ditko. He's from Johnstown, ladies and gentlemen. That blows me away. I didn't know he was a Pennsylvania native. You know, Spider-Man has a lot of influence in pop culture. So to think that he was from this small town is very interesting. All right, we're passing Locust Street. We already went past this park earlier, but we made a right. Look at this dude on my left riding his 3-wheeler bicycle. Check him out. Pretty cool. I'm gonna cross over Main Street and we're gonna make a right at the corner on Vine and then work our way back around through the block that we missed. We went through this block, but we came from the opposite way. Another major flood occurred in 1936, despite a pledge by President Franklin Delano Roosevelt to make the city safer and flood-free. Despite subsequent work to do so, another major flood occurred in 1977. Wowzers. Incredible, guys. 3 floods. Look at this building on my right. Wow. That's neat. I guess you could say I have a guilty infatuation with things that are larger than life. We have First Lutheran Church on our right. What do I mean by that? Guilty pleasure. Like, I get like a euphoria when I am standing next to things that are really big. And we're not talking about buildings. That's very common. But like, for example, like a windmill, the size of a windmill, when you stand in front of it and when you look from afar, it's incredible. We're passing Market Street. So those large podiums that were holding up that awning, it was like mind-blowing. I think we may be approaching where the tram car is at, the one that lifts you up the mountain. We may or may not be approaching. As a matter of fact, I could probably turn left here and give you guys a better look. Let me see. We have an Ideal Market on our left. It looks like it's closed. Neighborhood supermarket. It looks closed. All right, guys. We're going to make this right-hand turn on this corner. And you might have a better view. Let me see. I'm trying to give you guys a view of that tram car. Yeah. The thing is there's a lot of vegetation, meaning a lot of greenery, as you can see. You see right in front of us. So the tram car is in between the vegetation, in between all the greenery. So when we make this right-hand turn, on your sharp left-hand side, we may be able to see. I know I'm going to be able to see it because I could turn my head left. You, however, being the viewer with a fixed camera position, you may not be able to see it. So I apologize if you're not able to see it, but I'm just going to let you know where it's at. I guess this might be like an attraction or something. You can ride. You see all these flags on my left? All these flags you see right there over that little bridge on my left-hand side? There's a little tram cart that rides you up this mountain. You see? Yeah, you could only probably see the tip of it, but it's really tall. It goes straight up the mountain, so that's something to take note of. All right, guys, I'm gonna make this right-hand turn here, and we're going to continue to explore the downtown area. It looks like we have some homes located in the downtown area. Check it out on my left-hand side. We're passing Lincoln Street. It looks like we got some roofers over here on my left, throwing down a roof. The importance of a roof is incredible. You never realize how important a roof is until you need it. All right, I'm gonna make this right-hand turn. We have the Sergeant's Group on our right, Family Dentistry on our left, the Atrium, a choice community on our right, Walnut Medical Services on our right, Our Son's Main Event on our left. Here goes the library on our right. So this city is home to 5 national historical districts: the Downtown Johnstown Historic District, Cambria City Historic District, Minersville Historic District, Moxham Historic District, and Old Conemaugh Borough Historic District. So we will be visiting Moxham during the second half of this video. Now, there are several other neighborhoods in the Johnstown area, which I will make note to cover within the next upcoming weeks. There's some rougher areas of Johnstown, and there is some more ritzy or upper class, middle class areas of Johnstown. We're gonna try to make an effort to touch both areas. So we made a left here earlier when we checked out City Hall. I don't know if you guys recall, right here on my left-hand side. We're gonna continue going straight. You guys didn't get a chance to check out this next block. This is at the intersection of Main and Market Street. So Johnstown was formerly platted as Conemaugh Old Town in 1800 by the Swiss-German immigrants. Joseph Johns, born Joseph Schantz. The settlement was initially known as the Schanzstadt, but was soon angelicized to Johnstown. Or I should say anglicized. How would you say that? A-N-G-L-I-C-I-Z-E-D. The community incorporated as Conemaugh Borough in January 12th of 1831. We're passing several businesses, eateries, fine wines, and good spirits. Let's make this left-hand turn right here. I saw a fugly vehicle. I am one that I can appreciate all sorts of cars, rusted or not, beat up, dented or not, old 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, a little bit of the 2000s and late 2000s. I'm not a big fan of modern cars, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's a vehicle. But there is a vehicle over here that we're going to point out. It is, in my personal opinion, the Lego of vehicles. It looks like a shoebox. It looks like somebody from Roblox or Minecraft, like a child developed this vehicle. Check out this park on my left-hand side. It is called the Tesla Cybertruck. Let's take a look at it. On my right-hand side, we have a pretty cool statue. Check out that statue. It's right in front of the Tribune. Looks like the publishing company for Johnstown area. Craftwork Studio. On my right-hand side, Cricket Gallery on gazebo, and there's a gazebo on my left. Look at the Cybertruck directly in front of us. Guys, I'm sorry. I feel as though they were testing y'all when they gave y'all Crocs and Yeezys, those hideous things, and they said, look, they will wear anything. Let's give them this vehicle right here. My gosh, guys. That is a funky, funky, funky looking vehicle. It looks like a stainless steel refrigerator. I'd rather drive a refrigerator. At least with a refrigerator, it comes equipped with food. We got something called M Subs on my right. I'm guessing that's like what, like a Subway? But wasn't there a Subway like a block before this? So I guess it's like maybe like a local family business. M's? I don't know. Never heard of them. M Subs. Main Street Pizza on our right. We already went left, we already went right, and we already went behind us. So we're gonna go forward. Check out the lights above us. I don't know if you can see the string lights. Well, you probably can't because they're so thin. Looks like they're string lights. They turn on at night. On our left, we have Tram, the bus stop. So their bus stop will be called Tram. You know how in Philly we got SEPTA? Well, they got Tram. The Fish Boat Restaurant on our right. On our left, we have the Informatics Group. First Summit Bank directly in front of us. Now, what's it like living in Johnstown as far as livability? Based on areavibes.com, Johnstown receives a 78 grade when it comes to livability. We're passing Bedford Street on our right, Clinton on our left. Bedford converted to Clinton. Johnstown is ranked number 228 in the state of Pennsylvania as a city to live in. Ranked 228. We're gonna go over these railroad tracks. We have a game room on our right. It's called the Vault Game Room. We have some, what looks to be like construction workers, some hard hat workers. There's a stop sign, so we're just gonna wait. Johnstown, when it comes to livability, is ranked 2,248 in the United States of America. So if you had 2,248 choices, this would be your last choice. It's also ranked better than 92% of the areas. Wow, so that says a lot about our nation. Let's make this left-hand turn on Adams. Everything Ice, visit everythingice.com on our right-hand side. It's a little business. So pros and cons to living in Johnstown. Amenities. Within the vicinity, you'll find a wealth of amenities from restaurants, coffee shops, grocery stores, and local shops, all easily accessible on foot. Check out the dude's bike on my left. He had like a cruiser with some lowrider handlebars and a motor. Had a little 2-stroke motor on it, probably a 4-stroke. Let's make this left-hand turn. We're gonna work our way back towards downtown. It looks like if we go right, we'll veer off into a surrounding neighborhood. What's the crime like? Cons. High crime rates per 100,000 people are reported in this area, potentially indicating that it is an unsafe place to live. These statistics consider both violent crimes and property damage. Are you from the Johnstown area? Do you have any personal experiences in this area? Feel free to share those in the comment section. Let's make this left-hand turn because there's a do not enter in front of us. We have the Turner Hall on our left. So if you guys haven't noticed, we're surrounded by mountains. This town is in the heart of the mountains. We have the Girl Scouts on our right-hand side. Let's make this right on Locust Street. We have a business on our left called Coney Island. Coney Island hot dogs. So if you like hot dogs, it's Coney Island lunch. Best hot dogs and hamburgers. Most delicious coffee since 1916. On our left, we got Primo's Pizza, established in 2002, and Clinton Street Deli. So we're going to continue traveling forward past Clinton Street. So pros, commute. High scores in the commute category could indicate that this area offers short commute times to work, readily available public transportation options. Cons, employment. The combination of low income levels and high unemployment rates contributes to the low score in the employment category, which can make it challenging to secure well-paying jobs. All right, guys, shall we go right? Shall we go left? We already went straight. We already came from left. Let's go right. We went right, but I believe when we went right, we made a left. right? So, but if we go right, it looks like it's gonna take us outside of the city limits. It's a very small downtown. I don't know if you guys can tell. Let's make this right. We should be fine. We should make this right, and then we'll wrap our way back to downtown. Now, we're not gonna be able to cover downtown in great detail within one sitting, but I just wanted to plant the seed so that you guys get an idea of what this area looks like. As you can see, there's pedestrians out and about, walking around and whatnot. So Johnstown receives an A+ rating for cost of living, A+ rating for commute, A+ rating for amenities. However, it receives a D- rating for crime and an F rating for employment. It receives a B rating for housing and an A+ rating for health and safe. It receives a D+ rating for schools and an F rating, I guess that was provided by users, people who have lived here. All right, we got a green light. We're going to continue moving forward. It looks like we have another United States Post Office facility in front of us. It looks like the vehicle management facility, I guess, where they probably do upkeep on the vehicles. So crime in the Johnstown area is 27% above the national average. On our left is that Coney Island eatery. We have Flood City Cafe. So they took advantage of the disaster that happened here and they named their business Flood City Cafe. We just passed a spot called Game Workshop. I'm assuming it's like an arcade or something. Senior Activity Center on our right. So we're gonna continue traveling forward. We're gonna start working our way towards Moxom. I'm gonna make this right. Let's work our way towards Moxom for the second half of this video. Check this out, World War III paintball. Wow, that is so cool. Why do I consider that cool? Because growing up in Philly, we didn't have paintball stores. And I think that would be like so neat. Wow, they got like paintball splats on the windows and everything. That's so cool. Like you could, I'm assuming you could buy like the paintball guns and the balls and all like the gear and stuff. Paintballs are cool, but we didn't get a chance to experience that growing up. If you wanted to go paintballing, you had to go to like Pensacola Market, or you had to go like to Jersey or go outside of Philadelphia. You weren't able to buy them locally. You would have to literally travel an hour, a few hours away to buy your equipment or order it. And back in the early 90s, I don't think many people were ordering anything from online. Late 90s, no way. You had to get in person. So it wasn't something that was easily accessible to us. So the fact that they got a paintball. Oh, yo, from afar right here in between all the buildings, I could kind of see some of the track, but y'all can't see it. But I can see the track that goes up the mountain directly in front of us. All right, we're going back over this bridge on Franklin. So violent crime in this area is also 27% above the national average, as well as property crime. So it is said that in Johnstown, you have a 1 in 34 chance of becoming a victim of crime. Johnstown is said to be safer than 19% of the cities in the United States of America. And year over year, crime in the Johnstown area has decreased by 13%. So we came through here earlier. That's the Sheetz gas station on my right. This is the YMCA on my left. We are going to now head south down Franklin. And we are going to check out a little bit of Moxom. So are there any colleges in the area? There are several. University of Pittsburgh at Johnstown, located just outside the city limits in Richland Township. We're passing Haynes. Pennsylvania Highlands Community College, Christ the Savior Seminary, Then you got the Greater Johnstown School District, which serves the Johnstown residents. You got a spot on our left called Chris A's. Looks like, it reminds me of like American Appliance. I don't know if you guys remember what American Appliance was. Kind of like a Sears, but like a private one called Chris A's. We got some abandoned buildings on our right as we exit the city limits. I do have a vehicle behind me. I'm traveling 24 miles an hour. We're passing South Street. Driving a lot faster than I would like to. We have South Street Station on our left, which is a professional building. I do have to keep with the flow of traffic. All right, we're gonna make this left-hand turn coming up. We're gonna cross over this little bridge. This is that canal that we crossed the bridge earlier. This is how long it is. I guess it wraps through the city. So we're gonna turn left right here after traffic allows us to do so. Notable people, you got several plus notable people from the area, from physicists to Pulitzer Prize winners, professional basketball players. You got Medal of Honor winners, composers. You got Carol Baker, Oscar-nominated actress whose Hollywood movie career spanned 5 decades. You got Alex Azar, from former U.S. Secretary in Health and Human. Wow, I think I've heard of Alex Azar before, somewhere, somehow. Frank Bedford, physicist. Robert Burnett, brass band conductor. Professional baseball players, and all sorts of stuff. There's a long list that you can look up on the World Wide Web. We have an AutoZone on our left-hand side. We just passed the bridge right here next to Sandyvale Memorial on our right-hand side. Sandyvale. We're gonna cross over these tracks. We're gonna make a right-hand turn here. So directly in front of us is tons and tons of residential real estate. We're gonna make a right on Horner Street. And we're just gonna zigzag going straight all the way down several blocks, make a left, come all the way back several blocks, make a right, and just zigzag through the area very broadly, just to take a look at the architecture. Remember, we're entering the Moxham Historic District, passing East Hills Industrial, Residential, and Commercial Business, as well as Mayor's Plumbing on our right. Now you can take a look at the houses. You can see the housing on our left. You can see how well the lawns are trimmed. A lot of the lawns seem to need to be de-weeded. We're passing Gold Street, O'Connor's on our left-hand side, an air conditioning business. We're traveling 20 miles an hour, but I do have a vehicle behind me, so I can't go any slower. We have Flood City Lodge number 371 on our right-hand side, Mecca Temple. We have SMF Lounge, which is seafood, soul food, and hookah on our right. We're at the intersection of Horner and Messenger Street. We're gonna continue moving forward, passing Messenger Street. I think one of the most notable people for me personally would probably be Steve Ditko, the artist and creator of Spiderman. He also, I'm sure, worked side by side with Stan Lee. We're passing Macmillan, and if you know Stan Lee, he tends to take a lot of credit for a lot of the Marvel comic creations, and even creations that were in Marvel Comics. I know there was a little feud, or a light friendly feud going between him and Todd McFarlane, which is the creator of Spawn. If you look into that whole history, how Spawn was created, it was created through a little rebellion from Todd McFarlane, who was the artist and creator of Spawn. I'm a huge fan of Spawn. I love Spawn. Growing up, I had all the action figures and all that stuff. We have a Masonic temple on our right-hand side. It's an awesome looking temple. I should show you guys that before the time's up, but we'll see what it's looking like. We have High School Valley Pike on our left. We have Johnstown High School on our left-hand side, as well as a dollar store on our right. Check it out, Greater Johnstown High School. So if you live in Johnstown and you're a high school student, this may or may not be a school you'll be attending. Henderson Funeral Home on our right. The high school campus looks fairly well maintained. They even got Roger Craig who's a Jeopardy contestant listed as a notable a notable person. DC Cooper, heavy metal singer. Do any of those names sound familiar, guys? We're passing Osborne Street. We got St. Vincent Paul. It looks like a thrift store on our right hand side. We're passing Sergeant John C. Alamo Memorial Bridge. We got Old Franco's Pizzeria on our left hand side. So we are in Moxham. Passing DuPont Street. We have a Rite Aid on our right hand side. Rite Aid? I always call it Rite Aid. How many of y'all call it Rite Aid? I never call it Rite Aid, but there's a R-I-T-E in there. We passed the Sheetz gas station on our left. I could make a left here on Ohio Street, which is a main street that goes through Moxham. But I'm gonna go through probably another 2-3 blocks in front of us and then do the zigzagging I was talking about, left and right, go up and down. We have a smoke shop on our left, a Slovenian savings and loan bank on our left. We also have the USSCO Federal Credit Union and a Goodwill on our left hand side. Johnstown Specialty Castings Inc. on our right. Moxom Food Pantry on our left from Goodwill. We're passing Village Street, Central Avenue Village. We have PA Lottery, Tantime on our left, and Advanced Auto Parts, as well as a gigantic industrial complex on our right. For sale, $3,000 or best offer. They're selling that giant box truck. Wow, that's awesome. If it runs and it's in good shape, that's awesome. Now, if it don't run, $3,000, I don't know about all that. Now hiring. Let's make this left-hand turn. We could keep on going straight. We could continue going right. I think right will take us to another neighborhood, possibly known as Ferndale. I could be wrong, but these are going to be some upcoming neighborhoods that I'll cover in the next few weeks. Now hiring. Join our team. Painters, welders, fabricators, mechanics, and more. Apply inside, online, or send resumes to Debbie at gapvax.com. Head over to gapvax.com/jobs to see the most current openings. Follow us on social media. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's make this left-hand turn on Bond whenever it decides to turn green. They also shot a movie in Johnstown. They may have shot more, but I know they shot a movie with Tom Cruise. All the Right Moves with Tom Cruise. It was a 1983 American sports drama starring none other than Tom Cruise of Mission Impossible and the Top Gun franchise and all that. Let's make this left-hand turn on Coleman Ave. We're gonna turn left on Coleman. We have a little lady on our right hand side taking a stroll. We have a resident on our left sitting on his porch. This is the residential area of the Moxham Historic District. The houses are separated several feet. We have some that are bricks, some that are shingles, some that are vinyl siding, a variety of siding material. Closed porches, open porches. You got sidewalks with a little bit of lawn space. We got Deschong's Puppies on our left-hand side on the corner. Deschong's. Kind of sounds like Deshaun, but it's like Chong, Hong, Deschong's. I don't know how you say that. Check out the houses on my right-hand side. So yeah, All the Right Moves was shot here. Also starring Leah Thompson, which is known for leading lady in Back to the Future and Red Dawn. The production was filmed throughout the course of 7 weeks here in Johnstown, Pennsylvania in the spring of 1983. We have a self-serve car wash on our left-hand side, Discount Tobacco on our right, Jackie's Tobacco Outlet, a car wash on our left, Benjamin Moore, paint company on our right. We're gonna continue moving forward. We came from our left, but now we're zigzagging, working our way right. Check out the houses. Pay attention to the architecture, a variety of colors of shingles, Some of the houses aren't as well maintained. A lot of them left the original aesthetic. So the paint's peeling. Well, that's a tiny block that we just passed. Sheesh, we just passed a really tiny block. One in front of us too, you see it? But I'm gonna turn right. We're passing 400 Place. Wow, 400 Place looks like an alley. And it actually is. It's an alley that you can drive through, in a very messy alley. We have the mailman on our left, the mail carrier. We're at Park Ave. Check out the house on my left, on the corner. Let's make this right-hand turn. Look at this house on my left. Wow. Oh, snap. I like this one on my right. You see this canary yellow one? I like the style. It almost has like a Victorian feel to it. Yeah, some of these houses are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Even in their natural beauty, you know what I mean? Although I would probably be one to like try to touch up the paint. I'll be the one to spend 2-3 weeks sweating my butt off trying to paint a whole damn 3-story house by myself. It's happened before. All right, let's cross over Ohio. We got Moxham Lutheran Church on our left-hand side. Check out this building on my left. Whoa, this is a fabulous building. Wow, look at this one on my right. Wow, I like those buildings. This one on my left is called Russell House, Community Cultural and Educational Center, offices of the Moxom Renaissance. Okay, okay. All right, so now we're coming up to some pretty purdy houses, if you get it, pretty purdy. We got the trees. We got the lawns maintained on our right, but then again, it is a church, so I'm sure they got their custodial staff mowing the lawn. All right, we're gonna stop here. We're gonna continue moving forward. Check out the church on my right, brownstone, beautiful, beautiful red brick church. On our left, we have a variety of homes. 2-story, 3-story. Some look like they could be homes. Others look like they could be apartments. We have elevated staircases on our left, and then we have leveled staircases on our right. It looks like the houses on our left are probably a couple feet higher than the ones on our right. I wonder if that has to do with the flooding. Is Johnstown, PA racially diverse? We're at Park Ave and Bond Street. Racial distribution of Johnstown population is 73.36% white, 16.82% black or African American, 0.14% are American Indian and Alaska Natives, 0.39% are Asian, and 1.69% are other races and some multicultural. We're passing some Steelers flags. I guess we got Steelers fans over here because we're on the western part of PA. It's funny because PA is one of the very few states to have 2 teams, right? Passing Park Ave and Charles Street. I'm gonna go up one more block. Because in PA we got the Eagles, Philadelphia Eagles. I don't care about sports. Make note, Toon does not care who wins. I don't care nothing for sports. But I do know that we got the Philadelphia Eagles and we got the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? What other states have 2 teams, right? What other states? We got PA with 2 teams. We got, is it Jersey or New York that have 2 teams? Is it the New York Jets and the, I don't know, it beats me. Y'all can help me out with that. And doesn't California have 2 teams? California has the 49ers and beats me. I think they got 2 teams. I don't know. And doesn't Texas have, I don't know. I think some of the biggest states, probably because they're so friggin' big, they have 2 teams. That's probably why. But it's incredible because if you're from PA, you can literally, you know, be in a war zone if you say you're a fan of the opposite team, you know what I mean? If you're from Pittsburgh, it's like, yo, I like the Eagles. Word, let's jump them. Or vice versa. Don't come up in Philly talk about some Pittsburgh Steelers at an Eagles bar. You might not walk out. All right. We're on Grove Ave. Hey, we got 2-story houses on our left. Look at these. These are a lot smaller. And then on our right, it's a little bit bigger. So you see a wide variety of facades, of stylizations. Look at bricks next to vinyl siding. We're at Bond Street. We're next to a bus stop, the Camtran bus stop. So it looks like the bus runs through here too. And this looks like a very walkable neighborhood. It looks like if you need to walk someplace, you can walk it. You don't got to jump in your car. Unless you want to go to like a major area like, you know, Walmart, Home Depot, then you probably got to take a ride. I think Home Depot and Walmart and stuff is probably like 15 minutes from here, 15, 20 minutes. You got a little business on our left called the Hair Machine. It looks like they made it straight from their property, and Koch's Ceramics on our right. And we got Allegory Gallery on our right. So it looks like people are converting their homes into businesses. Look at this one on our left. This is called Judah's Jazz Cafe. Oh, I'm sorry, Jada's. It looked like a Judah. Jada's Jazz Cafe. Check out the floral decor out front of this house. They got a lot of nice colorful flowers. You see that? Wow, I happened to pull over at the nick of timing because that vehicle flew by us. I didn't pull over because I knew they were behind me. I just pulled over to pay attention to the flowers. We got a business on our right called The Tax Lady. How creative. Yo, you ever got a chance to do your taxes? Nah, you should go visit the tax lady. Which lady? The tax lady. Bro, but what's her name? The Tax Lady. Come on, man. Stop wasting my time. If you're not going to tell me the tax lady's name, where can I find her? Like, what's the name of her business? Bro, the tax lady. She's the tax lady. All right, we got Grove Avenue United Methodist Church on our left. This is the vehicle that flew by us on the front of us, passing Ohio Street. We're on Grove Ave and Ohio Street. Check out the style of these homes. Look at this on my left. They got a 2nd-story porch. I like the 2nd-story porch. Look at this one on my right. This is nice. And they got like the wood shingles. 402 Grove Ave, Johnstown, PA. If you guys want to check out the price of that property. We're at Grove Ave in Lunan. These houses on the corners are nice. Like the corner homes are really nice. So Moxham Historical District. History and architectural features. The district includes 330 contributing buildings that are located in the predominantly residential area in southern Johnstown. There are 315 contributing dwellings, 17 former carriage houses, horse barns, 21 commercial buildings, 10 churches, and 1 former school. The district includes 5 contributing buildings that date prior to the Johnstown flood, but the majority date from 1890 to 1930. Wow, holy smokes, guys. Let's make this right on DuPont Street. Now, we could keep on going forward, but I see a sign all the way down there that pushes me left, and I don't want to go left. I just wanted to keep on going right. So we went right. We're passing 600 Place. We have a gentleman riding by on his BMX bike going at full speed behind us. We're actually going up a hill, so he's driving down the hill, hence full speed behind us. Let's make this right-hand turn on Cypress Ave. We have a little child's bike parked out here with no child on it. I'm concerned. Should we be concerned? Where's the child? Sheesh, where's the child, right? Just a lonely little pink bike on the corner. It looks like we have a disposal dumpster right here on our left. They're probably fixing up a home. Check it out. We got a little RV Life Coachman on our left. That's a good one too, because it's 4-cylinder. Means it's a gas saver. It's not fun traveling in an RV that's a V10. I did it with a V10. That was no fun. In California, I remember trying to fill up. I put $280 in gasoline, and that wasn't full. Tell me about it. I was sick, bro. It was like $7.50 a gallon. Wow. And I left right before it hit $10 to $11 a gallon, because I think they went well over $10 a gallon. But yeah, I spent about a month and a half, I would say, in California, going up and down the coast. from like where Cali, Mexico is at, next to the border of Mexico, straight up San Diego, all the way up to the northern portion, all the way to Oregon, all the way up the coast. And California gas was not fun. All right, we're passing Ohio Street once again, and again, you got these beautiful historic buildings. So the Moxom district is typical of 19th century Western Pennsylvania industrial communities. In this instance, growing around the Johnstown Steel Street Rail Company, the district was designed for a variety of social levels, whereas most nearby neighborhoods such as Cambria City, Minersville, and Oconoma were created strictly for blue-collar workers. Moxom was built in the relatively flood-free area. Oh, snap. That's crazy, right? So the wealthy people didn't have to experience the flood, though apparently more by luck than by planning, and experienced much of its growth after 1889. Wow. So I guess the poorer areas were the ones that were hit by the flood. There's plenty of documentaries. If you guys want to learn more about the Johnstown flood, there's several documentaries from private creators like YouTubers like myself and actual professional grade documentaries. We're passing Wheat Street. We're on Cypress and Wheat. We got the Moxham Christian Church on our left. We passed. See, these houses on our left are raised about 10 feet with really high porches and a staircase that goes up probably a dozen steps. The ones on our right, they're more at street level, and there's only 2 or 3 steps that go to the front doorway. Okay, again, I don't know if I should be concerned. We have a baby stroller on our left with no baby. Instead of jacking the stroller, they jacked the baby. And on our right, we have a little child's power wheel, again, with no child. And it looks like it had a car accident, missing the whole front end. It's either that or they jacked the front end grill and the headlights and put them on eBay. So some of the houses are really well kept. More children's bikes on my left. I guess this is the type of neighborhood where you can leave your belongings outside and not worry about somebody stealing it. Leave a bicycle outside in Philadelphia, 3-year-old's bike or not, good chance it's going to end up for sale. It's going to end up for sale. All right, I went up a little farther than I would have liked, but let's take a look at this house at the end of the road. It's really catching my attention from afar. This house is really nice looking. I see it all the way from the end of the road. I saw it. Look at it. Look at the style. Look at the stonework. Look at the lawn. Man, what a nice house. 201. What a beautiful, beautiful looking home right there. We're passing 700 Place. We're going to make this left-hand turn on Highland Ave. Look at another beautiful house on my right. So that's 201 Frederick Street. If you want to see how much, or if you want to get a better look at that property, look up 201 Frederick Street, Johnstown, PA. There's another nice, immaculate building on my right-hand side. From afar, it looks like it's called the Orchard, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to make this left, though. But, man. So as you can see, there is a mix, a very evident mix of class. You can see, because you got people who take care of their lawn. Look at this on my right. Look at this. You can't walk through that right there. That's supposed to be a sidewalk. Sidewalk gone. But then again, it's connected to an abandoned lot, so I guess you can't hold them fully accountable. It's an empty lot. Look at this on our left. We have a gentleman and what may be his spouse and or sister, or probably just a friend, standing at the corner of Jacob and Highland Ave. On our right, we have another house that's garnished with a bunch of flowers. And we got the mailman. The mailman must have some really strong legs, because he got to walk up and down steps, up and down hills all day. Looks like there was a house fire on our left. Passing Charles Street, Highland Ave and Charles. So Moxom was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1999. I wonder what classifies or what condones an area for being considered part of the historic district. Because I know in Philadelphia, like when they put them in the National Register, like I know obviously if it's like a historical area, like this Declaration of Independence was signed here, treaties or wars, or this was like a war route, things like that, or famous political person from 200 years ago lived in that house. Okay, well, I understand that. Highland and wheat. So I see diverse cultures living amongst each other. We got a light-skinned gentleman on my left and we got a dark-skinned gentleman on my right. Dark-skinned gentleman was counting his money. Light-skinned gentleman was smoking a cigarette. It looks like he was smoking a cigarette or something. Maybe, maybe not. We're on neutral. We're just letting it coast downhill. Dang, was that a gremlin? What was that just passed by? That was like an AMC Pacer from afar, that orange car that went through that intersection. Couldn't tell. A Pinto. Moscow and Kennedy Funeral Home cremation services on our left. Wow, really nice building. Sucks it has to be a funeral home. Why are some of the nicest buildings funeral homes? Every city, every time I go to an area and I really like the building and it looks like really nice, I'm like, dang, that's a nice house. Oops, it wasn't a house. It's a funeral home. But then again, it probably is a house. People probably living upstairs. Isn't that a crazy occupation, right? Isn't that a crazy occupation? Like you deal with bodies every day, all day. You know how desensitized you gotta be? Then you gotta remove the organs. Then you gotta like empty out the body and all of that, bro. That's something else. That's something else. Same thing with like a mortician, right? The mortician, those folks deal with bodies in the medical field in freezers all day. You gotta watch it for those folks. Those folks, you gotta watch it, bro. Listen, it's like a butcher. Listen, if a butcher gonna chop open a cow with no problem, you better watch it. You don't want to start no beef with a butcher. Literally, you don't want no beef with a butcher because you're gonna end up a slab of beef. All right, we're passing 800 Place. There's a bunch of alleys I could have, should have went through. Look at that house on my left. Look at, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 4. Sheesh, over 30 plus steps, 36 plus steps over there on my left-hand side. Dang, that's a lot of steps. Imagine if you got to take like a sofa or a refrigerator or something up those steps. All right, we're coasting. We're in neutral, just coasting it. A lot of these blocks, I don't even be giving it throttle. We're in neutral, so I just let the car roll. All right, Lunan Street. So here's an example. On my right-hand side, we got a really nice looking home. It's brownstone, brick, baby blue porch. I'm not a fan of baby blue, but hey, it's a nice architecturally looking home. But the porch has some mold, some fungi, some moss growing. It looks like it could have soft spots, so it probably could use a roof. But you know, that's just, you know, an example of like the mixture of home. Look, there's another one on my right with tons of moss on top. Then you got ones with brand new roofs. You know, roofs aren't cheap either. Roofs are really expensive. Roofs anywhere from, depending on the size of your house, square foot, and the type of roof, you're talking about $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 or more for a roof. We're at Ohio and Linden Ave. Ohio and Linden. Now, we didn't cover the whole entire Moxham district, nor did we cover the whole entire Johnstown area. But I just wanted to make you aware that this town existed. And these are one of the towns that I never knew existed until you actually visit. Then you're like, hey, this place is on the map. For these people that's lived here their whole lives, this is home. But to us, we are visitors and we are tourists. Moxom has a space totaling 70 acres. 70 acres of land span the Moxom Historic District.